Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector is a dice-driven sci-fi RPG a la Disco Elysium set in a crime-riddled star system long since ravaged by the harsh realities of interstellar capitalism. You'll play as a sleeper, a debtor's consciousness copy-pasted into a machine body, then used as slave labor to pay off said debt while your real body slumbers elsewhere in, suspended animation. To be honest, the game's lore is black hole levels of deep and hits you at warp speed right out of the gate, so if you didn't play the first, it can all feel a little overwhelming, even though the two games are standalone with almost no narrative overlap. Anyway, after escaping from your mob boss owner Lane with the help of a fellow indentured servant, the two of you steal a ship and begin struggling to make ends meet by taking on risky mining, rescue, and general dirty work kind of contracts. All while playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse with Lane, who seems content to chase you to the ends of the system and back, telepathically tormenting you all along the way and especially when he gets closer. Oh, and did I mention that during all of this you'll be separately going through a mind-bending existential crisis regarding your machine body's planned obsolescence? Because you definitely will. All in all, CS2's story is a definite strength. The plot, while thematically quite similar to CS1's, is a lot grander in scale, as instead of confining your journey to a single space city, you'll travel to a dozen-plus sci-fi hubs and meet vibrant, well-written characters along the way. In addition to enjoying their thoughtful and often lengthy text-based conversations, no voice acting here, sorry, you'll be able to integrate certain characters into your crew for use during contracts. That segues us nicely into the core gameplay of CS2, which may appear overly simple at first glance. I mean, hell, you don't even have a playable character on the screen. But while your physical input here never rises beyond dragging dice into square boxes, the associated mental decisions can get rather complex. Each day, or cycle, there's not really day in space I guess, you'll awaken to 5 randomized dice rolls that you'll use to unlock little bite-sized nuggets of story through various scenarios at each hub you visit. The higher the die, the more likely you'll get a favorable outcome and advance the scenario's clock. Lower numbers, meanwhile, have lower success rates and might cost you money or energy, a resource linked to your stress meter. When you run out of energy and fail to find food for the day, you'll begin starving and steadily accrue stress. Stress damages the health of your dice, and if one breaks, you'll need to repair it at your ship. But when all your dice break, so too will you, in a metaphysical sense at least. After said breaking, the narrative will pick right back up where you were, but you'll be reborn with a glitch die that carries an 80% failure rate, and boy do I hate those little f***ers. Thus, your objective each day is to maximize your 5 dice by paying close attention to the skills required for each location's scenarios. Depending on which of the 3 classes you select at the game's start, Machinist, Operator, or Extractor, my personal favorite, you'll have different starting skills and a single skill category locked off from upgrading, meaning certain scenarios will present you with no good dice options and force you to brute force your way through them, losing energy and accruing stress in the process. Mercifully, you can always retreat to your ship and spend trash dice on reducing stress, which is a safe scenario. Unlike risky or dangerous ones, safe scenarios will never result in harmful outcomes, meaning you won't lose money or gain stress doing them. But CS2, being the devil it is, won't let you reduce stress during contracts. CS2's contracts remind me of MMORPG dungeons, in that they're hard as hell, yield big rewards, and typically are done in a party. That's right, at the start of each contract you'll select your crew and then add their dice to your hand each day for use in scenarios. Give crew members hard rolls that go against their skills and they'll rapidly accrue stress. Max them out and that crew member will go on strike for the contract's remainder. To prevent this, make use of your class's special ability. The Extractor, for example, can boost crew dice, turning those snake eyes into square pairs. Apparently that's slang for 2 4s, who knew? It all adds up to an engaging gameplay experience that uses intuitive UI to really maximize the simple mechanics. And while the quests you'll get start blending together a bit as the game goes on, I found that the thrill of reaching a new location and unlocking more of the story made CS2 pretty hard to put down. As for playability, I encountered no noticeable bugs during my 18-hour playthrough, the first 3 of which were spent as a bumbling, penniless operator, and the next 15 as a significantly more competent extractor. Finally, I mostly enjoyed CS2's style. While its 3D visual backdrops are pretty low res, they're charming in a simple way and are pleasantly contrasted by static 2D character illustrations. The music, meanwhile, is delightfully moody electronic sci-fi stuff that I never got tired of. And so, in the end, Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector is maybe more meditative than it is fun, but I can nonetheless recommend it to fans of the first and anyone who likes well-written text-heavy titles. I'm giving it an above-average aggregate megascore of 3.75 out of 5, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the game or my review. Until next time, this is Scope, and thanks for watching.